What's good, Unlockable Character fam? We are at the car wash. It is 5 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I told myself I'd start waking up at 4 a.m. again to go to the gym and just get everything out of the way, because, you know, making YouTube videos daily, it is a grind. You gotta work hard, you gotta hustle, you gotta get the footage, you gotta edit the footage, you gotta upload it, and these are big files, guys. These are 4K 60 frames per second videos. So I got up early today. I feel good. Going to the gym. First thing I did was get the car washed, obviously. That's just how I am. The reason the car is always so clean is I pretty much wash it every day, guys. I am very OCD with maintaining my stuff, and that's, you know, just how I am. But one thing I want to start off the video with is a theory called the burnt toast theory. So I was reading this last night, and it really resonated with me. And the burnt toast theory is, let's say you get up in the morning and you burn your toast instead of, you know, having it the way you normally do. And you might see that as a minor inconvenience, but in the long run, it might actually save you from something happening, you know, really bad down the line. Like, for example, what if you got into a car crash had you left earlier because you didn't burn your toast? You know what I mean? And so the burnt toast theory tells us that minor inconveniences in our life can actually be blessings in disguise, because maybe it's protecting you from something that could have really been bad, and it's really the universe putting you on the right path. So again, all of that comes down to your perspective and how you approach things. If you approach things from a place of gratitude, you won't see minor inconveniences as something that ruins your whole day. So just keep that in mind, guys. You know, the burnt toast theory, I think there's some real realness behind that, and it's cool to think about, you know, life in different ways. So definitely keep that in mind. Another reason why I'm waking up early is so that I can do more investment research in the mornings. That's specifically for the Discord group, where I will be posting more stock option plays. We have had a few long stock investment calls that have done really well. ASTS was one recommended by a group member, and that has gone up significantly. We're talking about like 40% in the past 2 weeks. We've had other ones like Serve Robotics, which is a robotics company that NVIDIA invested into. That also went up tremendously. I think it went up over 100% in 2-3 weeks. So this Discord, guys, it really is a chance to connect with like-minded individuals and make money together, you know? And I really do recommend the people in the group post their opinions and then back it up with research and discussion. So by going home early after the gym, getting the video done, I can actually do more research, post more plays, and the Discord will grow. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna be focusing on in the short term, and really helping people, you know, understand why I'm making those plays. So we're gonna be talking about QQQ and SPY this week in the Discord, along with leveraged positions on NVIDIA. So there are investment vehicles where you can do an inverse leverage, which is if NVIDIA goes down, then, you know, the inverse leverage goes up. And there's also a regular leveraged investment vehicle where if NVIDIA goes up, the leveraged investment vehicle goes up. And the thing is with these leveraged investments is that if NVIDIA goes up 5% and it's a regular leveraged investment, you can get a 10% return. And similarly, if NVIDIA goes down 5% and it's an inverse leveraged investment, you could again make 10%. So NVIDIA has gone up quite a bit recently, so I will be looking into what the correct plays are for the short term with NVIDIA. So definitely consider joining the Discord, guys. I promise you it's worth it. It's not just financial advice, it's career advice. It is spirituality, it is culture, music, TV shows, movies, cars. It is a ton of things. I literally have a channel for everything, so really consider joining the Discord, guys. I think it could be life-changing for a lot of you, especially if you're younger and you're looking for some guidance and direction in your life. So I'm keeping the burble off, actually, because I just think it's a cleaner sound. You know, in the morning especially, you don't need to be getting pops and bangs all over the place. And on the way here, I actually saw a lot of police. I mean, it's the first of the month. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll take it easy until we get closer to the gym. We're gonna go to the gym this morning. I might even set up the tripod in the gym and show you guys what some of my routines are like. I know some of you have been asking about that. That is also part of the Discord. We've posted some workout routines, some supplements we recommend. It's truly an awesome community, and I'm going to foster it and grow it as much as possible in terms of making sure people are participating, introducing themselves, and connecting with each other. We do have people who are into all different kinds of investments, so futures, options, currencies, and you know, that's amazing because I don't know too much about futures and I don't know too much about currencies, but I can learn from these guys and they can teach others as well. So truly, truly an awesome community, guys. Really think about joining it. And hopefully, you know, when you see me posting daily, you're motivated by the fact that, you know, I am invested into and committed into my goals, which is, you know, daily upload schedule on YouTube, growing the Discord, growing my own career, fitness, you know, positive relationships, and all of that is reflected, I think, in the content that you get out of this channel, the value you get out of this channel. I get a lot of messages on Instagram, and I really appreciate you guys when you tell me that, you know, you like the channel, you love the content, you know, you're watching it before bed and it motivates you, it inspires you. That makes me want to keep going. So, you know, shout out to everyone who's messaged me. I really appreciate it. And you know, guys, I do offer life coaching, so if you can't join the Discord and you just want a little bit of a taste, and we can set up goals, which I normally do at the end of each session, and you're looking for some guidance around, you know, next steps in your career, next steps in investing, how to begin budgeting, you know, what you should be doing in your life if you're experiencing a roadblock, sign up with me on Calendly. You know, if you join the Discord, the life coaching sessions are always going to be $50. So think about that as well, if that's an incentive for you, because that's an hour of my time one-on-one where I really break it down for you and give you next steps in your life. The valves are open, guys. We're in rear-wheel drive mode, full sport settings, and let's actually go into the configuration. And I haven't been messing with the suspension and the steering that much, but let's see what it's like in rear-wheel drive mode when we actually put the chassis and the steering into sport. Let's see if I like it. What this should do is basically increase the feeling of weight behind the steering wheel in terms of how much you need to actually give it to turn the steering wheel and, you know, produce a turn from the car. So it does feel like it's weighted up, like there's more weight on the steering wheel. The suspension went from comfort to sport plus, whereas steering is just comfort and sport. And I'm gonna try and see if we experience any bumps in the road, how it feels. Right now it feels pretty decent. It feels kind of heavy, to be honest. Meaning firmer, but sometimes that's not always a good thing. So on like a bumpy road like 400 north where there's a lot of undulations, a very stiff suspension setting will hurt your back because you're basically bouncing. You're not giving the car the ability to travel on its suspension and soak up the bumps. You're just hitting them because the suspension is almost loaded to be at the firmest setting all the time. These M3s and M4s, they do have, it's called electronic dampening. It's not as good as the MagneRide that, you know, GM has, but it is still pretty good. And if you go to a coilover setup, you will generally lose the electronic dampening control, and you have to get basically a plug-and-play system that cancels out the EDC code, because when you generally put coilovers on, you know, it'll throw a code that says, you know, the electronic dampening is malfunctioning. You can also code that out. That takes custom coding to implement, but you know, just something to consider. That's why going with a height adjustable kit is the best of both worlds, because you keep the electronic dampening control and you can really get as low as some of these, what I would say, coilovers. Feels pretty good. I might actually switch things up to keep the suspension and the steering in sport now. Yeah, it feels excellent. Is on I would say a quarter tank of gas, so that probably helps too with the suspension being so stiff. If we were on a full tank of gas, I would feel it even more. You know, when you're racing, the amount of gas in your car is actually really important. If you're doing a track day and you're on a circuit, fuel management is really important. You need to know how many laps you can get out of the car before you need to refuel. And on these modern cars, the range that it gives you is based on your recent driving habits. So if you're driving hard on a track, you're gonna get, you know, instead of 300 miles out of your tank, you might get 180 miles out of your tank. But when you leave the track and you drive normally, the fuel range that you're seeing is not going to be valid until you drive around for like 5-10 miles. So you gotta keep that in mind. But also, if you are roll racing, right? If you are racing from a 60, and you have someone next to you, it's more advantageous to have as little fuel as possible because you want as little weight as possible. The same is true for drag racing. People who drag race and get the best times are generally running a quarter tank of fuel or less. They might run a little bit more because they don't want to starve their fuel system, because some super high powered cars will have like a multi-fuel pump system with multiple low pressure fuel baskets, different high pressure fuel pump setups, and it's not always good to be running your car on very low fuel. So that's another thing to consider, guys. For the longevity of your fuel system, you should really not be driving your car to empty. It's just not a good thing long term for your car. I recommend by the time your car hits a quarter tank, you should be filling up. And just a few tips about gas, guys. There's a summer blend of gasoline and a winter blend of gasoline. The summer blend is generally better. It'll have a higher octane rating. Even the 93 octane you get in the summer is going to be better than the 93 octane you get in the winter. I think the best time to get gas is in the morning at gas stations. That is because hopefully, you know, the fuel in the pump underneath in the tanks is not at a minimum, so you're not getting a bunch of sediment from the bottom of the massive storage tanks into your gas tank. And also, it's the coolest in the morning, so the gasoline both in your fuel tank and the storage tank hasn't had a chance to expand, so you'll get actually the most gasoline possible into your car. You're also not going to be dealing with a ton of people, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it's like rush hour or something like that. No one likes a stressful experience when you're going to the gas pump. And by making sure your car is filled up all the time, you know, you just save yourself a step when you're heading out, when you need to go somewhere. All right, guys. When we get to the gym, I'll turn this back on and we'll try to get some footage inside the gym for you. All right, let's go. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Unlockable Character. We just got done with the gym. We're gonna head home, and we could probably rip it on the way home, being that it's in the morning. So first things first, I am actually gonna set up M1 and M2 to now have the suspension and the steering in the stiffest settings, because I realized that I actually like it a lot. So chassis from Comfort to Sport Plus, steering to Sport, that's M1. Go to M2, chassis, put it Sport Plus, steering Sport, boom. We will turn M mode on, that's track, boom, valves are open. Let's put this thing in all-wheel drive, M1. There we go. Let's go have some fun, guys. The morning has been cool, so the car has been getting a little bit of condensation on it. And yes, we have the burbles on. Let's see if we have any road pirates on the way. If not, you know how we do it, guys. I'm talking about. Sunrise behind us. Beautiful morning, guys. Unbelievable. Guys, I am feeling shifty, and I'm gonna put this back into soft settings because it is not good to drift the car in the stiffest suspension settings. So let's see what we got here, guys. just a grip, guys. It's unbelievable. Let's launch it. Oh, Jesus, this thing is out fucking rageous, guys. Out fucking rageous. Oh, it's filthy. Outrageous vehicle. All right, guys, I'm gonna cap it there. Hope you enjoyed. Let's go. All right, guys, so I did go to the gym this morning, and I just didn't record inside because I still feel a little bit anxious about it. So I started with 10 minutes on the treadmill and increased the speed and resistance as I went along. And then what I did is I did leg press, which is a sitting machine where you put weight on both sides and you're doing like a leg extension. So I started with 2 plates of 45, worked my way up to 4 plates of 45, 3 sets, 12 reps. From there, I did shoulder press with dumbbells, started with 30 pounds, worked my way up to 40 pounds. Again, 12 reps, 3 sets. From there, went to the squat machine and started with 1 plate of 45 on each side, and then added 10 pounds, so 3 sets, 12 reps each. And in between, I did a barbell, how do you call it? Barbell curl. So started with the 40 pounds, 1 single barbell using both hands, curled, then 50, then 60. And then from there, went to a shoulder press machine. So you're sitting down and you're pressing up with both. Started with 45, went up 10 pounds each time, so ended up with 65 pounds on each. And from there, went to a sitting leg curl, where it's really working your thigh, you know, the muscles in your legs. So you're sitting down and you're raising your back leg up like that, both of them at the same time. Started with 70 pounds, worked my way up to 90 pounds. Again, 3 sets, 12 reps. And then ended with front and side raises. Started with 12.5 pounds, then 15 pounds, and then 20 pounds. So 12 reps, 3 sets each, 12 reps front, 12 reps back, aside. And so yeah, I haven't worked out in a while, so I'm trying to get back at it, and waking up early is actually pretty motivational for me to get in the gym. All right, guys, next time I promise I will get footage in the gym. I'm just working my confidence up to actually do it and not interrupt people. All right, let's go.